All right, this time we're going to start looking at things that are a little bit different. Similar though. Okay, so this time I want to model -3 minus 2. Remember, that is the same as actually doing -3 minus +2 because that is simply our subtraction symbol and that is a positive number right there, +2. Okay. So again, this is, I hope nothing earth shattering here because I'm going to show -3 and I'm going to show that I'm subtracting two positives. And we did this in the previous video. If I do this, I'm adding two positives because I'm going right to make something more positive. I'm supposed to be subtracting two positives. And when I take positives away from something, it will become more negative. So I'm going in this direction to show that I'm subtracting two positives. That leaves me at -5. Okay, makes sense. Now, what's super interesting is when you try to do this exact same question on using these color counters. Again, the question is -3. If I can write -3, and I'm supposed to be subtracting two positives. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, you can tell I'm at school. Okay, let's start the way we've been starting. So I'm going to take out three negatives. I drop my three negatives on the screen. Anyone notice a problem? Because aren't I supposed to next take away two positives? How am I supposed to do that? I don't even have two positives on the screen. Now, this is where we had our zero principle or zero sum property that we've been talking about. And this is where it becomes super useful. I need two positives to take away from this question, but I do not want to change -3 on the screen, which means if I add a positive and I add a negative, I'm still at -3 because this is equal to 0. And if I repeat that, add,
Get some peace and quiet in here?
yeah, and then I add a positive, again, you'll notice I am still at -3. So the zero sum property allows me to have positives on the screen, but I'm still showing -3. So I actually have two positives that I can actually now take away because again, the question said start with -3. I have -3 on the screen because this again is 0. And I'm supposed to take away two positives. Well, look, there are the two positives right there. So if I circle those like so, and I simply do one of these to show that I'm removing them, that's taking away two positives. I think you can see what our answer would be. We have -5 left, -5. And when we did this a few minutes ago on the number line, you noticed right over here that -3 minus +2 is -5. And we were able to represent the exact same thing using the color counters. But this time, in order to do this question, we had to use the zero sum property or the zero principle by adding zeros to the point where I had two positives that I could actually take away, which then leaves me with -5. I know that's new for a lot of us. Hopefully that helps to explain. I'll do a couple more examples. And then it'll be your turn. Enjoy.